So, we all know that all Line 6 amplifiers suck. No doubt about it. No argument, no exceptions. Or do they? So hello everybody and welcome to a new video and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything music from death metal to Queen and everything in between. On today's video I want to vindicate one of Line 6's most underappreciated guitar amplifiers and why you should get one before they're gone, because there's some really awesome deals to be had out there. Alright, so yeah, I get it. Everybody and their mother are taking a crap on the Line 6 Spider series, and with good reason. But I gotta tell you, they're actually not as bad as people make it up to be. Sadly, most people's first experience with a Line 6 amplifier was popping their cherry with a Line 6 Spider 15, and those amps sucked. The 15 always sucked because first of all, it's an entry-level amplifier. Second, it really had a tiny speaker that sounded like crap, but the preamp section was not really all that bad. So if you really wanted a Line 6 amplifier that sounded halfway decent, you had to splurge for the 75 or the 150 because they actually had the right size speaker for guitar, which is a 12-inch speaker, which is really the standard. And yeah, you could actually get 120 watts with the 210, but those speakers sound like a swarm of bees. So you had to get either the 75 with a 112-inch speaker or the 150, which had two 12-inch speakers. But for most people willing to splurge that money on an amplifier, you know, gigging musicians usually, people that actually play live or at least, you know, got together and practiced, 75 watts seemed like it wouldn't cut it, and then 150 was a little too much, especially in a combo. Enter the half stacks. Okay, so now you actually had an option with which you could play with a drummer and be loud enough to be heard. But I gotta tell you, they really messed it up when it came to the cabs, because the cabs were really awful. The factory standard speakers were really bad, and the speaker is most of your sound anyway. So yeah, most people hated the sound of the Line 6 amplifiers. And again, with reason. So of course, in the middle of this debacle, Line 6 decided to partner up with an industry titan. Somehow, they got Reinhold Bogner to actually design an amplifier for them and put his name on it with all that entails. And they actually marketed this series as a premium series, which it was, and so was the price tag on it. Now, of course, this was going to be a better sounding amplifier because of the fact that first of all, it was tube driven, second, it was actually designed by Bogner himself, and third, they upgraded the speakers on all of them. They actually came equipped with Celestian speakers out of the factory, and that was a big, huge plus. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was actually a bit pricey. But you do get all of Line 6's awesome technology and effects with the great sound you would expect out of a Bogner amplifier. So rather than me telling you what it sounded like, let me show you what it sounds like and why I think this amplifier was so ahead of the game when it came out. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so here's my trusty old guitar, and I think it's tuned, but if it's not, it actually comes with a built-in tuner and it's actually pretty accurate, free of charge, and it works. You press down on this button and it actually mutes the speaker so you can quietly tune your guitar even if you're on stage. Okay, so since we're talking about the tuner, let me show you some of the other features this amplifier has. First of all, one of the most amazing features of this amplifier is the fact that it's a 4-channel amplifier, and that's 4 channels per bank. You can actually save up to 9 different banks with 4 channels on each. So yeah, that's ridiculous and it's pretty awesome. Let me tell you, one time I was actually on stage and the sound guy for some reason decided to get on stage and start messing with my knobs. And let me tell you, this guy had no business being the sound guy that night because he was actually not even into metal and we played death metal. So yeah, he was way out of his element. He was turning the distortion down, he was turning the bass down, little did he know that we tuned down to C sharp. So yeah, a whole second after he set his foot off of the stage, I hit the A button and it called out my sound perfectly. So yeah, that's one of the great things about having a save button on your amplifier. But why would you ever need to have so many presets saved? Well, first of all, because you can, and second, because of the fact that you actually get so many sounds out of this one head. It's crazy. Check this out, you actually get 12 different amplifiers because you get 2 amplifiers per mode. So 2 clean, 2 twang, 2 blues, 2 crunch, 2 metal, and 2 insane. Of course, you can dial in the distortion with the drive knob here. You can dial in the bass, the mid, the treble, the channel volume, but you can actually add some effects to this as well. You get the chorus flange, the phaser, and the tremolo. And on a second knob, you can dial in your delay, or if you want a tape echo or a sweep echo, and of course the reverb. So So yeah, you get unlimited options when it comes to sounds. But that's not all, and I'm gonna tell you the beauty of this amplifier and why I think it's a great studio weapon as well. A lot of people don't actually know this or didn't even know about this when it came out because it wasn't really the norm. It wasn't like now where everybody is recording at home. It was basically like a rare feature that this guy had. But of course, other than being an actual amplifier head, you actually do get an emulated cabinet out, which you can send straight into your interface and record, and also a line out, which actually sounds even better if you ask me. Because if you're using the emulated cab output, you actually get the one cab they emulated and uploaded to the software. But if you're using the line out, then you can use your own library of sounds. You can use all of your impulse responses, and it sounds even better. Impulse responses, I don't think were even a thing back then. So yeah, you can use some of the new technology with the old technology that was already included on this awesome amplifier.
And Bob's your uncle.
Alright, so check this out. This is what the guitar sounds like on the emulated cabinet. Now that actually sounds really good. Now let's try the line out and let's see what that sounds like. Now, of course, since you're going line out, all you're getting is the power amp section. So it's going to sound like this. Sounds like crap, right? What you gotta do is you gotta set an IR, an impulse response. So let's load one up. I'm just gonna use the Pulse one from Lancaster Audio because it's free. Here we go. Okay, so now we have an impulse response loaded, and now it sounds like this. Now, of course, I could mic out my cabinet and let you guys hear what it sounds like, you know, coming out of the actual speakers, but your mileage would vary because, of course, it really depends on where you place your microphone, what microphone you have. So yeah, this way it's a level playing field for everybody, straight into the interface. All right, so definitely an awesome amplifier. Now, before we go, let me show you how well the foot switching control works. Alright guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop me a like if you did. Drop me a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think of this amplifier. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel like a man if you haven't yet. And if you enjoy the content and you want to help support the channel big time, please consider becoming a patron to the channel. A little goes a long way and we surely do appreciate it. Awesome amplifier, and you can get it for less than $500 on Reverb. Go get one. You won't regret it.